welcome to the desk. Welcome
Thank
to Prime
you.
Video.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for your time. You say there, the last couple of years you're back to Cody, the swimmer.
Yep.
That's the last couple of years, hard work. Has the last couple of days felt like just a whirlwind?
Yeah, it's all been a blur so far. I mean, Wednesday was something else. So, yeah, it's nice to be here. And the last 2 years, it felt like they were leading up to what the last 2 days have been for me. So.
Leading up to that PB moment, especially on Wednesday morning?
Yeah, absolutely. Like hitting the wall during the heat of that 100 fly and kind of turning and seeing the time and thinking, in the lead up to the prep that I could potentially go that time if everything went right and if I did everything right. But to see it actually materialize was, you can't describe that feeling. So, yeah.
And, mate, it's been an amazing rise. To watch you go that 54 to qualify for trials last year and then down to a 52, then a 51. I mean, you've been the likes of Michael Klim, some of the greatest Aussies ever in a 100-metre butterfly. Yeah. But now you've got some serious rivalry. I mean, it was one thing, Matt Temple, and now seeing Kyle come into the race as well. Yeah. How are you going to manage all that moving forward?
God, I don't know. It's exciting, too, to be a part of something like that and to be, to have been one of those three guys is, for me, even just crazy already. Like, I look at those guys and, even up until 2 days ago, thought, God, they're so far ahead of me. I have so much work to do to even be in the running, in the mix with that.
If you got your finish right here, you would have been a lot closer.
I know, if I'd have breathed, if I'd have just had my head down a couple strokes further out and timed it a little better, God, that was,
It was an amazing
things to work on, though, which is exciting. So I can go back to the drawing board, go back to bowley, and
And speaking about bowley, so you're part of this incredible super squad. I mean, Mac Horton, Emma McKeon, Kaylee McEwen, Lanny Pallister.
Yeah.
You've got an amazing team around you. What has that camaraderie, I guess, been like in your success?
It's helped me improve so much, because there it is on the screen there. You can see everybody that I get to swim with every single day, and it's like you said, a super squad really. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before, and to be able to kind of be in that environment, watching them do things that isn't happening many other places in the world, in pools, it's pretty cool. And to be a part of that and to be inspired by that every day is only sort of like, I think, helped me improve that much quicker and that much more rapidly. Yeah.
Let's go back to that 100 fly again, the final, and your reaction to it when you hit the wall. I want you to take us through what you were thinking here, because we've just seen the end. Now watch Cody here, because you turn around and I don't know whether you think you're in, you've done it, you want to celebrate, you don't know.
What am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, I think I see the time. I know what the qualifying time is. I'm looking at it going, okay, I'm actually right on it. Yeah. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I've come third. Is Kyle swimming? Is Kyle not swimming? I look over and I knew I'd kind of done well. I didn't know how well, and I thought I might have messed it up with the touch, but to have kind of scraped in like that was good, and a relief. It was a relief to at least have equaled that qualifying time.
Because when you jumped out of the water and you had a chat to Gian after, everybody thought that you were going to the Worlds because Kyle wasn't. And then we saw overnight the Instagram post started to come, and then the whirlwind started to happen. So when did you find out that Kyle was reconsidering?
I think it was not long after the race, sort of realizing that I think he'd sort of changed his mind, which he has every right to do. Obviously, he earned the second spot. I didn't come second, I came third, right? So, and for him to have kind of done that, especially with the limited prep he's had, is pretty remarkable. And we had a chat last night, and kind of, he was cool and reached out, and we kind of cleared the air about it, and we sort of, it's all good in that sense, and I'll sort of respect his decision either way. But I'm already excited to kind of get back in and race again. So yeah.
And it's been incredible what you've done the last 24 months. Let's look 2 years ahead to Paris. What do you think you can do there? And another thing, whether you make Paris or you don't, are you going to stick around in the sport? Because you put a lot of work in now.
Honestly, yeah. It's funny. Like at first I thought, I'm only gonna, I'm gonna give it 4 years and then I'm gonna go back to whatever I was doing before. And now that I'm sort of a part of it and feeling the improvement, feeling the thrill of racing and improving and, doing personal bests and all that, it's like, makes me think that, by 2024, I'll maybe only be starting to tap into my full potential. So why would I then nip it in the bud there? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm already sort of thinking maybe, I don't know yet, but, potentially would swim beyond that, depending on what happens.
Yeah.
We all want you to stay in. And you're,
Yeah. We like having you
I love
around.
it. I love it. I'll do it for as long as I love it. That's the thing.
And I mean, regardless of what happens this week, you really are on the cusp of making a team potentially. I know it's in the hand of the selectors.
Yeah.
But how does it feel knowing that you really have the genuine potential now to follow in the footsteps of your parents?
It's unreal. I mean, Grant's good mates with my parents, and knows my mum well and my dad well, and I remember getting ridden around on Grant's jet ski when we lived across the river from each other when I was like 6 years old. And
Just a grommet.
Yeah. I hadn't even started swimming at that point. So to be here now, sitting at this desk is pretty surreal. And, thinking back to, as Grant said, even 18 months ago, like laying in bed last night thinking 18 months ago I was swimming 54.9 or something, like, which is it's an average time, and to be over 3 seconds quicker in a year and a half is kind of, for me, mind-blowing. So it only just, allows me to keep dreaming big and wonder where that limit is for myself, because I don't know yet.
Yeah. So where does music fit in right now? Amongst all this?
Kind of doesn't. I released a bunch of music that I'd had recorded and that I was sitting on for about a year. Finally had the chance and the time to kind of put it together and release it, and I'm really glad it's out. Obviously can't tour or do anything like that, but to still have that be a part of my life is massive. And music and guitar playing and songwriting is what I love to do outside of the pool, and everyone's got to have something they love to do outside of the pool.
Does it help you inside the pool though? Just having that little bit of music, relaxation, is it almost cathartic for you? And then you can come back to the water, because it is intense in there. People don't understand the schedule and the training and the level of commitment to be as good as you've got to at this stage, rather than being an Olympian.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you need something to take your mind off it. If you're that intense, giving 100% of your physical, mental energy into a training session, you have to be able to come home and do and think of something else. And for me, music has been that kind of saving grace, and that, as you say, cathartic experience for me to be able to stay creative. I'm still writing songs, I'm still doing all this, these other creative things. And for me, it's just a release from, the intensity of what we're doing in the pool every day. So.
Yeah. Your program's not finished, 100 free tomorrow, so best of luck for that. Hey, thanks for sharing your time. Thanks for being so open with us.
Buddy.
We love the fact that you're in an environment where you love to be. That's so cool.
I feel at home, which is nice.
Yeah, great. Good on you, Cody. Best of luck tomorrow. Thanks for your time. Cody Simpson, join us there.